Hello and welcome back to Glam Tones. My name is Gigi and today we're going to be doing my nails. We've got a little bit of a longer video today, and it was a long process for me. I had too many ideas in my head. I threw too much at my nails. I ended up in the end doing a full set, removing 3 of them and redoing them. There is footage of doing all that other stuff, so maybe I could do individual nails of that, but you know what, I didn't top coat them or anything, so probably not. I ended up really, like, the individual nails themselves, except one, I didn't hate, but there was no flow to the set. There was no flair, there was no awesome. It was just too much all at once. So what I ended up doing was just focusing on the purple and the yellow. You may see some other colors fly by you. Ignore them because they're not going to be in this set. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and form up my thumb, and I'm going to do my thumb real quick. Actually, it's not quick at all. It's the longest nail of the video. This nail is more along the lines of what I was thinking when I first started, but oh guys, I struggled so hard. Builder gel, at least the viscosity of what I've got right now, it is not made for what I'm trying to make it do. So this thumbnail really did take a long time. So I'm just laying down a tip right now with clear, then we're going to go ahead and cure that up. If I had more time, because the 3 nails that I replaced I did today right before I started editing, if I had more time, I probably would have done something a little different, or maybe taken all the nails off and tried something different, or even started this idea over. I just didn't have that kind of time. So this is what I came up with. What I'm doing on this nail is just building basically a nail bed. And it's, I mean for it to be a little chevron-y, but it did not come out quite that way. No matter how hard I tried, even after I came in and filed it and added more, I just never really wanted to go into that chevron shape. So at some point, you just have to transcend it. And I did do some filing and tried to make it conform to my wishes, but it really didn't. So basically, I'm just going layer by layer here, and we are going to skip a few of the layers. I'm only going to show you a couple of how I'm building this up to make this nail bed. Honestly, I think if I had a thicker builder gel, it would have worked out, but then it would have been harder to get most of the bubbles out. And even though I didn't succeed 100% in getting most of the bubbles out, I did somewhat get the bubbles out. So I think with a thicker gel, that might have been harder. Correct me if you think I'm wrong on that. Let me know if there is some reason why it would work better, because I want to know it. I want to know that reason. So I'm just coming in and trying to make that chevron shape. As you can see, I'm just struggling. This is definitely a very nail fail sort of situation. So I went on ahead and did a little curing, just a little flash curing, and came in and then added some more. And this is just going to happen and happen and happen and happen and happen until I get it at least somewhere that I like it. So once I cured it, after that last layer, I went on ahead and just came in and tried to sharpen up the edge a little bit. And it was here that I realized I really needed to hit it a couple more times with some more layers. Because when you're doing a nail bed like that, you're trying to build it up a little bit to give a ledge to put the next color against, to whether you're going to color block kind of like this nail is, or if you're just going to do, you know, the full tip. You really do need to have that ledge there. So That's what I'm trying to do here. And honestly, this is the last I'm going to show you of this, because I do add like 3 more layers after this. 2, maybe 3 more layers. I'd have to go back and watch all the footage because it's just so stubborn. This builder gel really likes to self-level and not stay where you're wanting to put it sometimes if you're trying to get it to do something other than self-level. It's beautiful for self-leveling, and I'm so grateful for that. But sometimes you are trying to get it to do something else. And so I wanted it to stay right there at that tip, but lesson learned, builder gel doesn't like to do that at all. So I would definitely not try to do this with a thinner builder gel like I did this time. But I feel like I'm not 100% done trying stuff. So we'll see what we come up with. I'm going to do some practicing, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Now I'm going to go ahead and come in with this Polygel. Everything we're working with today is Saviland. All the builder gel and this little bit of Polygel. And also you're not gonna see it, but there's a little bit of Polygel on the pinky, because whereas we normally skip the thumb, today we're skipping the pinky. The pinky is just a French, and I think you just saw me do enough Frenching, okay? That was funny, Frenching. You saw me do enough of a French right here, so I just went on ahead and skipped that. It's not exactly the same, but it's a very similar process. I just use Polygel as the nail bed instead of the builder gel, because by that time my head was like, no, if you do that to me again, I'm going to kill you. So I said, okay, I'm going to listen to you. I know you're frazzled. So I listened to myself because I was frazzled. So I'm just going to keep adding this stripe. It's really just sort of a stripe. It's a color blocking situation, sort of. It could have been better, but I had this vision of color blocking where part of it would be like a jelly nail, but it really was not working out exactly the way I intended it to. And so, like I said, I'm not completely over the idea of it, but I realize I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to execute it. And we'll see what I can come up with. I'm gonna watch some videos. I'm gonna try some stuff. Maybe I need to use a clear Polygel, and I do have one that's a clear Polygel that is more like a thick builder gel consistency. So maybe I try that. Maybe I try to colorize that a little to make a jelly, and maybe we revisit this. Let me know if you'd like to see that in the comment section. I know that this nail is taking a long time, and I appreciate everyone who's still here with me. I am going to go ahead and give you a little story time while we do this. My grandson and I live really close to a TJ Maxx, and it was really nice the other night. So he and I walked down there because I wanted to buy him something, a little toy or something. And because sometimes he comes to play in my room, but he didn't really have any toys in here. So I wanted to buy him something. Because if you're not new to the channel, you know I'm just staying with my daughter right now. So we went over there, and we're looking through the toy section, which they don't have a big one, but what they have is pretty cute. And I know you saw that pink over there. Ignore the pink. You will not see it again. You will not see it again. So now we're just making the rest of this nail right here with that yellow. And I'm sorry that I know I dipped out of frame a couple times, like right there. Sorry about that, guys. So we're there, and he's playing, you know, first he sees this real pretty doll. She was gorgeous. She was about his size, and she had a lot of makeup and pretty hair, and he was enamored with her. And he stood by her for a few minutes just touching the box, and I'm all, is that what you want, honey? And he kind of says, yeah. And he's about 1.5 years, so he's just starting to talk. And then he sees this riding toy, which is really just like a rocking horse, but it's an alien, and it's more sturdy than a rocking horse. It's just plastic, and you can sit on it and ride it. And he was rocking back and forth on it and really digging it. And I thought, okay, well, this is going to be hard to carry home, but it's not heavy, so it'll just be unwieldy. I'll figure it out. But no, then he gasps, and he does that a lot. I think we're all very dramatic in this family. And he goes like that, and he holds his hand out, and he gets off the toy and runs to this lawnmower. And from there, it's over. He won't let it go. And so I'm trying to get him to pick out some toys that are going to be played with in my room, but all he wants is the lawnmower. So I grabbed him a couple things and threw them in the stroller. And we start walking around the store because there's a couple other things I wanted to get. And he will not get in the stroller. He will not let go of this little lawnmower. And it's very colorful. It's purple and green and blue. It's just very colorful. And he just loves it. Oh, by the way, with this colored builder gel that we made, I am building some nails. I'm going to build those 3 nails with these 3 colors. I am not going to show you the ring finger just because it's the same as the one I'm doing now, just in a different color. That's literally it. So, and this video is already going to be over 15 minutes long. So if you're still here, I love you to pieces. So anyway, I finished getting the couple things I want to get, and there was a little bit more I wanted to look at, but he's walking through the store. He's not necessarily, he's a year and a half. He's not going to stay next to you, right? You can't get a 5-year-old to do that, much less a baby. And so we start to get up to the line, and if your TJ Maxx is like ours, it is busy and it's a long line. I'm adding some confetti glitter because I realized recently I hadn't worn any in a while and I really like it. There you go. Yellow for the purple nail. The ring finger is going to be yellow, so we're going to do purple and black on that, okay? So he's mad because I pick him up, put him in his stroller and strap him in, and he can hold his lawnmower, but he can't push it. So he's pissed, and he's yelling and screaming and hitting me because he's a baby and he doesn't know how to control the way that he feels. And so eventually I just pick him up and I'm like holding him on my hip, and I tell him, honey, you can keep crying, but it's not going to change that you don't have that lawnmower right now. You need to settle down. So he does, because he's such a smart baby. He really is, and he understands you. And so we get to the front, and I let him have his little lawnmower. And we pay for it. We need to go over to the little grocery store, Sprouts, and we run in there. He will not let me pick him up. He's with his lawnmower the whole way. And not until we get out of Sprouts does he let me give him a cookie in trade for his lawnmower. And we were able to get out of there. Now, I know I was talking, but that nail that I just did, all I really did was take some of the yellow and sort of smoke it through the purple. And it doesn't show up a ton until well, first of all, even after you top coat it, it doesn't show up a ton. It's very subtle until you're like in a black light or a curing lamp situation. And I will show you what I mean at the end. So anyway, after we got out of Sprouts, I finally got him in his stroller and we were able to start walking home, at which point he thoroughly passed out because he was so exhausted from walking so much and being so angry at his Gigi. Oh my goodness, it was so adorable. I love him so much. He's such a sweet baby, but he was mad at me. He was not having it. And all the ladies in line were just like, it's okay, honey. You don't got to be mad at your grandma. It was so funny. I'm like, come on, honey. Gigi loves you. I'm buying you all this stuff. So I got him a couple toys and a book and of course, the lawnmower, which he adores. Guys, this is the finished set. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this extra long video today. I ended up really liking this set, and let me show you what I mean about the brightness of the smoke. There we go. This is with a little curing light. So you can imagine if you went to a club or something, that would really show up. It would be so cool. Everyone would notice your nails. Guys, thank you for sitting through my story time. hanging out with me while I do these crazy nails that took me way too long and gave me way too many headaches. We will see you on Saturday. Mwah. Bye-bye.